Alright, so this is going to be day 2 of starting the renovations of the caravan. Yesterday I managed to make a bit of a mess, so I'll sort that out first, clean it up, and I think I might pull the lino off the floor and see what I'm dealing with in this roof space. All of the old veneers just managed to get old and giving way, so we'll pull that off, see what we're dealing with, and yeah, just go from there. Take it one step at a time. Looking a bit cleaner now, ready to start doing some work. You shouldn't have just taken the very end of this ceiling off, and we found a massive ant's nest right here. You can see all the dead ants all caked in behind this last sheet. We're just going to remove this next one, which is rotted the whole way along. So we managed to pull this out where it looks to be that there was an old window in the ceiling. So yeah, making progress, and I'll show you guys soon. We've just managed to take all of the ceiling off. You can see all the rust where water's been getting in somewhere. We're just going to get Jishu in to spray the top of the ceiling or the roof as such, and see where any water's leaking in, so we can pinpoint where to fix it. So see what comes of it. Oh, there we go. That's one leak. Oh, I see some water in here. Bit of water there. That's one we've got to fix. Just starting to get rid of all the rust now. Got the wire brush. Getting into all the real bad pitting so that heaps of dust coming off it. But getting off all the bad pitting so that when I put the rust converter on, it'll actually soak in and it won't be on the little flakes of rust that there are. But yeah, there's quite a bit of dust coming off it, so getting all that off, then I'll put the rust converter on and get rid of it all, because there's heaps of it. So just doing the rust converter, you can probably hardly hear me because I've got a mask on, but just getting all this rust here. And that turns into a black primer. Just to get rid of all the rust now that I've put the converter on it, and it stopped the oxidation process. Got some bright zinc galvanized paint. Giving it a look at that, and it's making it look good as new. Two products work well together. So this is the roof here, guys. It's a bit dented up. You can see over there, that's the corner where it was leaking. So all the water's getting under that little aluminium join piece between the two sheets, and then there's a little crack there on the edge next to that hook that's letting in water, and I think that's actually rusted through. So that's gonna have to get fixed. But I think I'm more inclined to fix the whole lot. So taking all the rivets out of these joins, taking them off, cleaning the pieces up, and then siliconing them back down to properly seal them to prevent more of this happening in the future. So here's the joins in the top of the roof. You can see it there. Now, there was an aluminium trim piece like this here along the top, and it was just covered in with this putty like stuff. It hasn't gone hard, but it's nice and malleable, and that's what was sealing the water from coming into the roof. So instead I'm going to silicone that so that it can't leak in for good, instead of using a putty that can just come back off. As you can see there. So I'll take all of that off, give it a sand up so get all the paint away from the edge, and then silicone it back on. So here's the join. It is absolutely shot. Pulling the aluminium trim pieces off. This is where the water was coming in, about here. And they used an old putty in it to keep it together. And there was like some random tape that joined it together. And I'm just trying to get it all off like this. It's a goner, the tape's gone and there's more tape on it. It's actually like rubberized almost. But yeah, that's just gone. So what I'm going to do is take all of that off, give it a sand up, make it a bit cleaner, and then silicone that down together, and then silicone this trim piece on top, and Bob's your uncle. Got the sander here and drill to do all the rivets, so I'll show you once I've sanded it all back. So here it is, all sanded back, cleaned up just that little bit more. So just done the nice sanded edge there from the old paint to the original metal and grey colour that it was. It's not perfect, but it's going to do the job much better. So when I want to, I can put a bead of silicone underneath this one and sandwich that down, and then put the bead back on top with another bit of silicone underneath that. So yeah, so I'm just putting down the aluminium trim bits. I've done this one now, so that's riveted down. Just in the process of doing this one here, so you can see I've put some silicone on both sides of the join, and that's just going to sit down like that, and I'll rivet it down. So that'll seal these water leaks now for good. And yeah, I'll do the same to the other side over there. Just started doing the sanding on the other side. Got the joins all cleaned up. Just got a little bit more to do, and then I can go to the aluminium trim pieces and clean them up, and then silicone that back down. So just finished up the top there. Now this whole caravan's fully sealed off, which is amazing, at the top anyways, so no rainwater should be getting in. And I can proceed to clean up this mess of all the lining and stuff from inside, so let's do it.